Hi, you join me at Stoke Park, where today I've been out testing the new TaylorMade Sldr driver. And there's a couple of new bits of technology that are really key to this golf club that are worth talking about first. The first is that they've moved the centre of gravity further forward in the head. Now that should help reduce the amount of spin that you get and generally create launch characteristics that just help you get the ball out a little bit further. And TaylorMade says that on robot testing that this is the longest driver they've ever managed to create. The second key technology is the Sldr itself, or the slider, which is their new movable weight technology. Now, very simple to use. That's the key point here, that they've tried to make it as easy to understand as possible so that people have the confidence just to make a couple of tweaks here and there to their driver and get a setup that really works for them. So not feeling as if you have to get it set up by a PGA pro during a fitting and then that's your driver and that's it, that you can make small tweaks to your driver and get a shape of shot that suits you a little bit more. The other thing I think worth mentioning here, and that you certainly when you see the Sldr you won't be able to miss, is the fact that TaylorMade have changed the look of their drivers. So for a very long time TaylorMade have been talking to us about how important white is in their drivers, and they've gone back to their classic charcoal grey finish, that something that you may well be familiar with if you've ever hit or used a TaylorMade 300 or 500 series. They've gone for the same sort of finish there and it looks absolutely superb. Now the technology behind white and the contrast between the white crown and the black face, that still really remains here. What they've done is they've created a charcoal grey finish on top, a silver face, and it's the contrast between those two colours that means that you're able to align yourself a little bit easier. Having had the chance to test it, I think the key point for me was that I was using the standard 9.5 head to start with, set at a neutral setting, and I did struggle for a bit of flight. I think that comes from them having moved the centre of gravity further forward in the head. So I made a small adjustment, added a little bit of loft, and then I was getting the flight that I was looking for, and the ball was really travelling. It was getting out there a very long way. So I say that if you are thinking about going for an Sldr driver, just be careful about what loft you go for, because I have a feeling that most players are going to need that little bit more loft than they're used to in this driver head. The other point for me about this driver was looking down on the charcoal grey head address. I felt a little bit more comfortable than with the white drivers that TaylorMade have created in the past. I did use TaylorMade drivers for quite a long time, but when they went to white, I found myself drifting away from TaylorMade. It just wasn't the finish that I particularly liked. With this, I just think it gets back to doing really classic, sort of what they describe as a modern classic shape. It looks absolutely superb, and there's nothing on top of the head that would sort of distract or put you off. It just looks absolutely fantastic. So if you are in the market for a new driver, I would thoroughly recommend you take out the Sldr for a test. It comes with a recommended retail price of $349 and should be in the shops from early autumn in the UK. As always, please leave comments below. Let us know what you think of TaylorMade's new design, the Sldr mechanism, the new look of the crown of the club. Please let us know what you think. But for now, from Stoke Park, it's goodbye.